Okay, so at this point in owning this house, my wife and I decided that it's finally time to focus on the backyard a little bit. So we planted this little garden. You can see we dug up some of the grass to be able to do that. It's just a little starter garden, but to give it a little more definition, I'm going to add some concrete block edging today and start that project so we can begin to get the backyard looking how we want it. So this will be a video showing how I did that. I had to move these 2,800 pounds of stones 4 times, so I call that 11,000 pounds total. You can see here it actually started to rain and the raindrops landed on the screen of my phone and actually turned off my camera, so I had to kind of reset that and I lost some of the footage. The next step after moving them from my truck into the backyard was to move them to the other side of the backyard where I actually wanted the edging. You can see from the video here that these blocks are actually trapezoidal shaped, so you have to alternate facing directions, a long side and a short side. So I just alternated long and short on the bottom row and then flipped it so it's short and long on the top row. This corner here actually, instead of a 90 degree, is 2 45-degree angles, so instead of alternating long and short, I did 2 long in a row to get the angles that I wanted. One of the hardest parts about actually getting these blocks down is getting them lined up and level and not wiggling around. They're not really even, and so they do kind of wobble around and bounce around if you're not very careful and very precise in how you lay them down. I had to do a bit of filling in with some dirt here because the ground underneath the blocks wasn't quite level. There's going to be a shed at the end of this edging that I'm laying down. I got it almost as far as I need to go. I was short only about 30 blocks. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I'm gonna have to probably move this bird of paradise when I'm actually finally done. One of the things I'm actually also gonna do is completely move these blocks, lay some landscape fabric down, and then relay them. I just wanted to get them set up here initially so I could see kind of how it worked in the backyard. You can see those 2 45 angles I left, the space for the garden. I'll remove all of this grass, add sprinklers. Overall, it took me about 3.5 hours to lay these blocks that include loading them into my truck and then unloading them in my backyard, moving them, and then placing them finally where they needed to be. So in total, that's 2,800 pounds, 4 times, 20 pounds a block, 160 blocks total. Hope you liked it.